Jemmy.
And I'm Samuel. Ola, it's a very different feel for me. I usually do hosting with Good Morning KU. So Good Evening KU's got a different feel and different vibe.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy to be on the show hosting with you for the first time.
We have a whole different crew, but we're very excited that you're
Yeah, different intro, too. Everyone's walking backwards in the Good Morning KU. Everyone's walking forwards.
I don't really think that we were supposed to say that.
Oh, God. Okay. I was like, did I just break a code or something?
No. We have different music, too, but that's fine. So it's October 20th. So you know what that means, do you?
No, fill me in.
It's Back to the Future Day.
Oh, I heard about this. That's right. Yes.
Yeah. So everybody in our studio were kind of very excited to talk about this, and I think people on campus were super excited that it's Back to the Future Day. Did you watch those movies growing up?
So I watched I think there's three. Is there three movies? I think there's three films.
Yeah.
I watched the first two. I didn't take a glance at the third one.
Yeah. Well, it was so long ago, and to be honest, I haven't really watched them in a while. So,
yeah.
I mean, they kind of just enmeshes.
I
may have watched the three.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Back to the Future Day is like when they went in the future. It was October 20th, which is today.
Yeah, they said 2015.
2015.
This is the day.
They're in Chicago, which is crazy because they had on like Wrigley Field like Chicago won the World Series or something.
You're from Chicago?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Very close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same thing, right?
Practically. Up north, or you call it sometimes. Yeah, up there.
Just up there. All right. Well, other things that we have going on campus this week, we have on Thursday, it's called Ticket to Terror, which is kind of like this Halloween thing that SUA is putting on. So they're taking a bus and they're going to it's like the edge of hell or something. It's in Kansas City.
That's not a place I would seem like I want to go to.
Yeah, typically I don't like going to those sorts of
places. Yeah. Have you been to like a haunted house before?
I went to one when I was in high school as a field trip. We went to one, but I also went. I'm from New Jersey, and we have Six Flags there, and there's a Fright Fest, which is why I'll never go to anything like Edge of Hell again, because it was awful, and I was with my friend. This is kind of funny story afterwards, but she had a broken leg, and we were going through the mazes, and someone was chasing her. So she's like with her crutches, like going out. So I'll never do that again. So.
I've never been to a haunted house. I don't want to go to the haunted house.
No.
Fun fact about me, I've never seen like a horror movie, like a scary movie.
Yeah. I'm not good with scary movies.
No, either am I. I try to stay away from them.
Yeah.
Even Halloween.
I'll watch Halloween Town High.
What?
Halloween Town High. Remember those old movies?
Okay. Another fact about me.
Disney Channel.
My childhood, nothing to do with Halloween at all. Like, my mom thought it was like the Devil's Day or something crazy like that. Wasn't allowed to go trick-or-treating.
Okay.
I mean, that's a pretty big bummer as a kid, not to go trick-or-treating.
Well, a bummer that I had as a kid, my mom, I would go trick-or-treating and I'd get these pillowcases of candy. Like, we would go for hours.
Oh, yeah.
And she wouldn't let me eat the candy. It would be like one piece of candy.
It's like toying with you.
Yeah. It's like, and soda, I couldn't have soda when I was growing up.
At least you got candy. I didn't get jack crap.
Well, it's worse seeing the candy and not being able to have it.
That's debatable.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like one of my biggest regrets as a child.
All right. Well, you're gonna go trick-or-treating this year.
I want to. I want to try it out.
Okay. Around Lawrence?
Probably. I'd have to go with a group of people. I think it'd be kind of creepy if I just went by myself as a 21-year-old just doing trick-or-treat.
It depends what you're gonna dress up as.
Oh,
the creepiness could be.
I haven't decided what I'm going to dress up for Halloween yet. What are you dressing up?
I haven't given it much thought, although when I tell you this, it's going to seem like I've planned it all out. But my friends and I are thinking about being vampires just because it's super easy. You could do it yourself at home. You wear black, pretty much.
Yep.
But we ordered these really cool, like bright blue contacts, and I have deep brown eyes, so I think it's going to be pretty scary. So I think I'm going for a scare factor.
Yeah, like you're going all out, like makeup, black clothing, blue contacts.
Yeah. It's going to be...
Well, I want to do something with my costume as like 80s theme. I just saw, I watched Wedding Singer. Have you seen Wedding Singer? It take place in the 1980s, but the whole wardrobe in that movie is like...
So were you thinking belly bottoms?
I was thinking more like bright colors, probably throwing like a Michael Jackson coat over the top. Okay. Right. Do something cool. Probably grow out my mustache or something funny like that.
Okay. You have a week to do that. You think you could do?
Yeah, I can grow a mustache by a week and get some go to Goodwill. I mean,
Well, let's see. We'll check back in a week to check on your mustache.
Okay, I'll send a picture in, and then they can show on Good Evening KU what my outfit was.
All of you know what you wore.
And then you guys can be the judge, hate it or love it.
Okay.
Deal?
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, upcoming next, we're going to have an interview with Laura and Sofia.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
And Sofia, you work at Anschutz as a librarian. And what is the Ideate event that will be going on there soon?
Sure. So this Saturday is Ideate Lawrence 2015 Water, and it's an ideas challenge about local and regional water issues. So there'll be plenty of lightning talk speakers. There'll be a keynote speaker. There'll be lots of time for teams to get together and collaborate. We're basically looking for community-based solutions to water challenges in Lawrence. So.
Okay, how can students get involved with that?
Oh, so they can register, they can participate on a team, they can volunteer for the day, although we're really looking for them as participants because we'll be training them basically to solve these problems, and there'll be free food and prizes. So.
Ooh, gotta love free food. Yes. How do students register?
They can just go to our website, which is, if you go to the library's website and then you just do /Ideate 2015, and then it'll be right there.
Okay, and what do you look forward to for the event?
I'm really looking forward to seeing what the teams come up with, some of those solutions for the community problems, so that would be great.
Okay, and you mentioned that there are going to be a couple speakers. Do you know of any off the top of your head?
Yes, so our keynote speaker will be Stefan Mumal, who is the creative director at Hint, which is a creative agency in Kansas City. And then there will be some lightning talk speakers, and a bunch of them are experts from KU. So there'll be Sarah Gregg, who's a history professor. There will be Philip Drake, who is an English professor, and then there'll be several people from the Kansas Geological Survey and the Kansas Biological Survey. So.
Okay, well that sounds fantastic. Thank you for joining us today, Sofia. And we'll be right back with Bell Without Borders after the break.
Today on Bella Without Borders, we'll be discussing the legacy of an important figure in women's civil rights in the Middle East. Nawal El-Saadawi, an Egyptian-born feminist and activist, has advocated for women's rights in Egypt in the midst of recent political changes. Women have been and still are oppressed in Egypt's society. Nawal El-Saadawi is fighting for their political and social equality. See what she has to say about it here.
Are we ever going to be able to really have all the women believe in equality?
Yes, women believe in equality.
They do.
Since they are born,
Right.
but they are silent. They tell them, shut up. They are afraid. Women are full of fears. I tried to get rid of my fear, all my life. So women are ready for equality because it's for benefit. But men are resistant
Yeah.
because equality against their interests.
Well, it's a very revolution in the home.
Yes, yes.
It just makes the power distribution totally different.
And democracy in the home, because usually I ask, what's democracy? If you don't have democracy at home, you cannot have a democracy in the state. And if you have class oppression and poverty, you cannot have democracy. Because democracy means economic equality, social equality, political equality, everything equality. If you don't have that, then that's why I didn't feel democracy here. I think there is a problem of democracy here.
Compared to Western society, Egyptian women suffer more from their lack of political and social rights. Despite desires to change Egypt's political landscape, Nawal El-Saadawi has highlighted the importance of women in the society and their rights to be equal. As a leader, she encourages women to make their own informed decisions and viewpoints within society, despite what they are often told.
The revolution does not happen in few days. It takes years. It starts, that's the spark.
Right.
And then it needs a lot of work.
It does.
And a lot of struggle in relation to the working class and women.
Right.
Because who takes the power usually? It's men.
Oh, definitely.
Yes, and upper class.
Yeah.
They have the money and the means.
Right.
So everybody now is trying to fight against the working class and against women. So that's why we should be united as women, and the working class, they should have very strong unions. Very strong unions.
Though her viewpoints aren't always favorable in Egypt, she recognizes the difficulty of her struggle to win equality. Thank you for joining me today. After the break, we'll have our news update.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
I'm Andrew Collins.
And I'm Tyler Sotar, and this is your Good Evening KU News Update. Pope Francis does not have a brain tumor. The Vatican denied a report today that the Pope was suffering from an incurable brain tumor. Vatican spokesman Federico Lombardi called the report unfounded and reminded everyone that the Pope has been continuing his activity uninterrupted. The national newspaper is standing by its report.
The unveiling of the new Star Wars movie trailer on Monday night caused numerous websites to crash. Fans are so excited about Star Wars The Force Awakens that early ticket sales broke IMAX records with a whopping $6.5 million for U.S. screenings. The movie will be released in theaters on December 18th.
The European Union is removing tax breaks granted to Starbucks and Fiat and demanding a repayment of up to $34 million. The ruling could mean fewer options for global multinational companies who look to expand in countries with favorable tax breaks. Tax authorities are also investigating Amazon and Apple for the way taxable profits are reported in Europe.
It didn't take the Royals long to get back on track, as the entire team contributed to yesterday's 14-2 win over the Blue Jays. Game 5 is going on right now, and Griffin will be here soon to give us an update. The New York Mets lead the Chicago Cubs 3-1 in the NLCS.
Actress Lauren Potter, who plays Becky Jackson on Glee, came to the Union last night to discuss disability awareness. The actress is diagnosed with Down syndrome and is traveling across the country to discuss disability awareness and bullying. Potter encouraged students to follow their dreams and to fight to end bullying. One way that Potter suggests students get involved is joining Best Buddies, a program to help students with disabilities feel more included on campus.
The National League of Cities announced 7 statewide networks to receive technical and financial assistance to study and improve after-school programs. Both Missouri and the KU-based Kansas Enrichment Network were selected, meaning the two states will work together to develop and promote high-quality extracurricular learning programs for students K through 12.
And that'll wrap it up for today's news update. Stay tuned, and after the break, Griffin will be with us from the Royals Watch Party Live.
Welcome back into Good Evening KU. I am Griffin Hughes here, and I am just outside studio up in the Kansas Union, where they're having a viewing party for the Royals and Blue Jays. I've never been so happy to be at a viewing party in my life because the Blue Jays right now are up 5-0 on the Kansas City Royals. Bottom 7 is where we're at right now, and this, of course, before the Mets and Cubs kick off later tonight. What happened for the Blue Jays, it was Royals' mistakes, mostly walks from starting pitcher Edison Volquez, who had a dynamite game 1, but he couldn't follow it up here. Walked guys to load the bases in the bottom of the 6th, and then who else but Troy Tulowitzki, product from the Colorado Rockies, comes up, and he hits a double, and now the Blue Jays are up 5-0 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Just a couple more outs to go until the Blue Jays bring the series back to Kansas City, and it would be 3-2 at that point. Thank you very much for watching Good Evening KU. Go Blue Jays. They'll be back here possibly if they finish this game out on Friday. So everyone will be excited for that. We'll see you next time on Good Morning KU tomorrow. Follow us on Twitter at Media Crossroads, and we'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. on Good Morning KU.